What's going on, everybody? Today's video is specifically made for consultants who are looking to build a digital strategy with their clients. So if you're working through a digital plan with your clients and you've worked through your branding, your messaging, maybe worked through a website rebuild and now you're ready to go to market, you might be asking yourself, how do I lead my client into their ad spend stage to actually start generating revenue, signups, web traffic, growth, whatever the KPIs are that you're looking at your client and saying, these are the things that are most important for you. Now let's get started on investing. So if we're looking at a budget anywhere from a few $100s to $20,000, then what we're gonna be looking at is dividing up that budget into only a small number of platforms. If we're looking at a demographic target of above 45 years old, mostly in the West, let's say in the US or parts of Europe, this is going to be a great place for Meta, especially for Facebook. We're looking for younger audiences. Of course, we're looking at TikTok. We're also looking at Instagram. We're looking at professionals. We're looking at LinkedIn. And if we're looking for people who are already searching and pursuing your products, then we're also going to look at Google Ads. However, I want to keep things really simple today and look at Meta. So if we're looking at a budget that's reasonable, however you feel like your client is going to demand an ROI that's going to be visible, then we really need to drill down into what is their objective. Now, objective can be communicated to your client in a very clear way, and then also communicated onward to whoever is managing your advertising for you. So an objective can look like anything from page growth on their Facebook, so new followers, to engagement, so comments, likes, shares, clicks, web traffic, and then conversions, right? And so if we're talking to our client, the thing that's gonna make them most excited is conversions. Page growth, engagement is kind of expected in these days, but conversions are something that are really going to make them excited. However, this is the hardest and most complicated type of spending that you can do on Meta. Looking at conversions specifically, this is the place where you're going to want to work backwards. You want to first decide what is a new acquisition worth to your client. So if we're looking at a sale, so maybe their net profit on their product is $5. Let's say it's $50, right? Or if we're looking at a newsletter sign up or a conversion that's a little less B2C in its first moment, then we're gonna look at what is the lifetime value of that new sign up. So if we have a newsletter and we're doing fundraising, on average, 1 out of every 5 who join the newsletter end up donating an average of $5,000 in their lifetime. Okay, great. So then we can work that backwards to what is each new sign up worth, right? So if we're looking at $5,000 and the lifetime value of a donor, 1 out of every 5 new signups donate and qualify for this lifetime value, that would mean each lead or each signup is worth an average of $1,000. That's to keep it simple. So let's look at these types of conversions. So when you go to your PPC manager, whoever's managing your ad spend, and they'll say, what would you like to do? Okay, I understand we have $1,000 a month, we have $5,000 a month, whatever it is. You need to divide that up like a pie, and you can do this with your client as well, and say, okay, we're gonna take 20%, we're gonna take that towards page growth, engagement on platform, Facebook, Instagram, let's say, engagement. Then we wanna bring people into our website, so we're gonna grab another 30%. We're gonna put that towards website traffic. So, okay, so this leaves us with another 50%. That 50% we're gonna put that into conversion, return on investment, targeted advertising. You need to look at this in the way of what is the conversion that your client is looking for. If you're gonna do email signups, then we need to set up a conversion on a thank you page or a submit button on that form. If we're looking for a sale, we're gonna be tracking a few things. We're gonna look at add to cart, we're gonna look at that transaction page, and we're gonna look at a confirmation page. So the technical side should be your PPC manager. However, when you're talking to the client, you need to be discussing with them what exactly are the steps in your planned spending. So if we're looking at the sales side, then what you need to do again is look back from the end. What is the net income on a sale? Let's say you're selling virtual tickets for an online experience. That ticket cost is $50. After all said and done, they're making $15 net profit on that ticket. Then what we need to look at is investing in ad spend that's gonna leave them with $15 at least of net profit and set up our target for what is our CPA, what is our cost per acquisition target. And that has a number value. This is the value that you need to tell your PPC manager and say, listen, we need to maintain a $15 net income on our ticket sales, which is, let's say, $50. Therefore, what we can spend up to a ticket sale would be 50 minus 15, $35. Boom, CPA, ceiling, $35. Tell your PPC manager, we can spend up to $35 per acquisition. Everything else is net profit, and now you have your target. So this is a very fundamental way to get started with your client as a consultant, and just kind of delving into what it looks like to spend money on Meta or on any digital platform. It's essentially the same rules. So go forward and put together your plan. Look at this pie, structure this pie with percentages, break that down into numbers, right, into the amount of money that's going to go into that piece of the pie. And then really dig into your conversions in terms of you can have multiple conversions. What are those conversions? What are the locations on the website that those conversions take place? And what is the net profit that needs to remain, or the cost per registration that seems to make sense, that are your goal CPAs? Once you have all this together, your client will understand, you'll understand, and your PPC manager will understand. So I hope this helps, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.